Hey there, it's Kat and this is Brews and Reviews. In today's video, I want to talk you guys through my TBR for the Because We Can Readathon. Now, if you've heard me talk about the Because We Can Readathon before, it's because it's a readathon that I host and I really enjoy taking part in. For this round of the readathon, we decided to change things up completely, and the theme for this round is the low-key, last-minute Life Has Been a Lot readathon. Because life has been a lot, we're all very tired people, and we just want a nice, easy readathon. There are some readathon challenges, but they are designed to be very self-care motivated, very easy to complete, as are the reading prompts. I'll leave a link to the announcement video in the description below, but yeah, if you want to take part, it is from the 13th until the 19th of June. I feel like I'm very on theme, filming this and posting it the day before the readathon starts, so if you want to take part, hopefully you still can. Be on brand, it's last minute, okay? So let's go through the reading challenges and the books that I'm planning to read for them. I have one book on this TBR that I can read, and it will cover all of the prompts. I have put other books on this TBR because I would like to sort of challenge myself, knowing that I can potentially read quite a lot of books, but I do have one book to read that will cover all of the prompts, and I will be very successful if I just read that one. So that's nice. Anyway, let's get into the prompts. Prompt number 1 is to read 100 pages. Prompt number 2 is to read 200 pages, and prompt number 3 is to finish a book. So those 3 prompts don't require a specific book to be read. They're just sort of ones that can be completed. Reading most books, because I'd say quite a lot of books are over 200 pages. Even quite a lot of manga is over 200 pages, so it should be pretty easy to fulfill. Also, we're not really picky about, like, those 200 pages don't even have to be from the same book. So the book you finish may even be one that you only have like 10 pages of left when the readathon starts. So, you know, we're really not picky. Go easy on yourselves, we're going easy on ourselves. It's going to be a nice time. Prompt number 4 is to read a new to you author, and for this prompt I'm picking up House of Salt and Sorrows by Emily A. Craig. So this book has been on, I think, 2 of my yearly TBRs now, and I still haven't read it. I think it's on my 30 books to read before 30 list, and I still haven't read it. So it's very important that I read this book. I've never read anything from this author before, and I believe this is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling, unsure, who knows, don't really know very much about it at all, just really want to read it. My TBRs are so useless, because I don't very much know anything about the books that I'm reading. I just pick them up and go, yeah, someone once told me that was good, I'll read that. Great for my reading, not so great for a TBR video. Prompt number 5 is to read a book that's been on your TBR forever, and for that one I'm choosing Half a King by Joe Abercrombie. This is the book that will cover all of the prompts for me, which is great because that's what we want. So this is the book that I am definitely going to read during this week. I have to read this book, otherwise, you know, I won't have completed any of the challenges, but like, it's important that I read this one. It has been on my TBR for such a long time. I've had this book for ages, and I keep sort of saying that I'm going to read it and go, I'm going to pick up a Joe Abercrombie book this year. I'm going to read any of them, and I just don't. So, Half a King. Again, don't ask me what it's about. I don't know. It's a fantasy book. Prompt number 6 is to read from your preferred genre, and for this one I am picking fantasy because, you know, it always has my heart. Any type of fantasy. I think this one technically is like paranormal fantasy romance sort of thing, so it counts as fantasy. Also, yeah, I love romance too. I put that as my like second favorite genre anyway, so it's kind of nice to have a mix of fantasy and romance. Anyway, the book that I'm going to read is Supernaturally by Kirsten White. Now, this is the sequel to Paranormalcy, which I surprisingly enjoyed. Can't remember when I read it, but I surprisingly enjoyed it. It was a little bit teen drama-y, but there was a lot of sort of urban fantasy paranormal stuff that I did really enjoy out of it, and this is the second book. I keep saying I'm going to read it and then don't pick it up, so I'm going to read it. Hopefully. Because if I'm totally honest with you guys, this is probably the one that I'm least likely to read. If any of them drop off my TBR, it's probably going to be this one, and that is simply because it's the only one I don't have an audiobook copy of. And at the moment, if you've been following me on Twitter, then you'll know that I recently had COVID, and one of my main symptoms from having COVID was a really bad headache, especially when I read things with my eyes. So it's quite hard for me to actually read physical copies of things at the moment. So maybe I can stretch this throughout the week, but we will see. I'm going to be nice to myself, and if I can't read it, then I'm not going to read it. I'll probably swap it out for something that I do have an audiobook of that is also in the fantasy genre. If not, Half a King covers everything. And prompt number 7 is to read in your preferred format. As I have just discussed, at the moment my preferred format is audiobooks because I don't have to use my eyes for that, and I don't have to have a headache, so that's lovely. We don't want headaches. I'm not here for that. So the book that I'm going to be picking up is The Space Between Worlds by Makaya Johnson. I feel like I remember what this book is about, but I also think that I get it confused with another book all the time, so I'm just going to pick this book up without giving myself any impression of what it actually is. I don't know how good an idea that is, but that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to roll with it, and hopefully I'll like it. It's also on my digital TBR for 2022, so it's one that I'm kind of looking forward to reading so that I can check off another book to have read on that list. So yeah, those are the books I'm planning to read for the Because We Can Readathon. I'm also going to be taking part in some live reading sprints, and there's going to be a teleparty where we just all watch a film together on the Sunday. But if you want to know more information on that, obviously check out the announcement video and check out the Because We Can Readathon Twitter, where we'll be posting like times for everything. This is all very last minute, and that is what we're going with. If you're planning on taking part in the readathon, let me know. Leave a comment below if you posted a TBR. Even if you just want to tell me what you're reading, you can complete one of the readathon challenges. So, and if you haven't seen that Because We Can Readathon is happening and you're only finding out now, you can still take part because the whole point is that it's last minute. It's low key. Life's been a lot. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!